Yo guys, what's up? What's good? Hope you guys are doing fine. Today is Wednesday, WCW. For some persons, hope you guys are doing fine. Trust me, it's your boy Daki. The name is spelled Darki. Obviously, you know it. Double E. Quick one. Hope you guys are doing fine. So yesterday, the president announced. Was it yesterday? No, on Democracy Day, the president signed into bill the student loan that enables students to actually have access to loans. While schooling. So it enables parents to have leverage on that to pay school fees and do other basic livings in school. But then you have to pay back 2 years after, that's 2 years post NYC. So basically, passed out today, then 2 years after you passed out, you're expected to pay back the loan you've collected. Basically, that is what the loan is saying from the president. But apparently, the twist to this is the fact that you cannot have access to that loan if you have questionable characters, like you've cheated in examination, or you have like case with the Senate guys, you've stolen, you have like a fight, you've had like some maybe a suspension case thereabout, you cannot have access to that loan. At the same time, if you have by any means, or you are currently owing any of these online banks, basically microfinance banks that support with loans, soft loans, like I won't call names, but if you have all these loans you collect up and they call people, if you are owing any of those guys, the banking bureau system will fish you out, and then you cannot have access to that loan because you cannot be owing a bank a loan of 2,000 naira and then you have to go and collect like 2 million naira. You can't pay back. So if you have characters in that line, you cannot have access to that loan. So basically, if you want to get the loan for for Nigeria given by the president elect, you have to have paid back all your loan. Good news for students, but at the same time, for students watching us, it also means that you have to go back, pay all your loans. Coming from me to you, I care a lot. I'm just saying, you should not be for trusting you on that. Anyways, guys, welcome to Gossip News, and we'll begin today's news with Davido. We saw at the point where unavailable Musakis hit a new peak on Dutch singles at number 7. At the same time, quick one we saw where he came out to say he think every artist has that point which make whatever comeback they've always have sweeter. And then he said he's that type of person that he can't see success and be angry about it. So he's saying he's one person that when he sees success, he is always happy about it. Basically, everybody is. If you know anybody who waits at success, that person is a demon. And Davido is saying he is not a demon. Basically, we saw where for the turntable chart, Davido maintained number one. Basically, he has spent 9 weeks at number one on that chart. Massive one to Davido on that one. For Timeless Project, it has surpassed 130 million streams on Spotify for the whole project. Amazing one, and it's for one project that is growing rapidly. Like every day, there's a plus to it, and it's a massive one to Davido and the entire team on that one. We saw where he came out in the interview, and then he came out to pinpoint five artists who he thought were going to be the next big deal coming years from now. He said Ruga, Rema, Aresta, Benson, and Shake. These are the guys he would think in his own mind, guys that would take this Afrobeat thingy to the next level. We also saw where he came out to say, at a point in Nigeria, is that built in the best studio in the country, like the best in the country. And then the likes of Wizkid and the Bunch came to record in his studio. At the time, he was not singing, all he was doing was just producing and mixing. And then he said, his guys came to him and said, Davido, you are better than these guys. Why not just go into singing? And that was how career began for him. We saw where he came out to say, sing artists like Wizkid and all of that made him become an artist. So he gave Wizkid his flowers and saying Wizkid actually pushed him to be an artist. Massive one from Davido on that one. We saw an interview where he spoke with the AB Talks, and then he said like a whole lot. It was a very deep interview. You all need to watch this one. It was one that split like a law. I saw where he came out to say he had a son. That was like a breaking point. He said he had a son, Dowsing, and he's in London. And they've been talking about that particular son at the time. But then David has confirmed now that yes, I have a son. At the point it was just in the air. People were talking about he's flying left and right. David has a son. No, he doesn't have a son. No, he has a son. But now he has confirmed that yes, I have a son. His name is Dowsing, and he's in the UK. And people came out to say, okay, so now our speculations were actually right because we've always knew that you've had a son. But good one for him. But then he also spoke about Ifeanyi. As he said, he still shed the tears like almost every morning. And then we saw where he came out to talk about when the guy asked him, "What do you want now?" He said, "Love." And then he said he's so happy because his wife is doing like everything. And that breaking point was when he said one part he thought he wish would have done better was when he also talked about his wife. And people actually, he didn't say what he did wrong. He only said that the matter came out and it was like, oh, I could have done better, basically. But then people actually now linking it up to a lot of issues. But Davido did not specify exactly what he did wrong. An interview on this one was a very massive one. On our reactions later in the day, we'll give you more updates on this particular interview. We saw where he came out to say, why say now all this interview? Okay, why say that now all these interviews they drop, my mouth they pain me. So Davido has done like a couple of interviews, like a whole lot, and then he's saying, why are they dropping like now, basically, because he has done like a whole lot. They should have dropped before now. But then they all are dropping like now. He's saying, why are they dropping now? Massive what Davido, because for the interviews, he's known for giving exclusive news for each interview. And at the same time pushing the project timeless, and it's a very massive one because it's working. The album is growing like father, and this was an interview in Dubai. We saw where he has one in France, and he has been going to countries for interviews and podcasts. So it just shows the fact that the team are very deliberate about these interviews, and they know exactly what they are doing concerning pushing the song timeless. We have Burna Boy as the next guy on the news. We saw where Burna Boy surpassed 4 million followers on Audiomack, and then he became the most followed artist globally on Audiomack. We saw Burna Boy Grammy Awards album called Toys and Stall have surpassed 130 million streams on Boomplay, and at the same time, African Giant also surpassed 80 million streams on the same platform, Boomplay, making a total of about 210 million um, streams on Boomplay, massive one. And then that's just like a streaming platforms. We still have like others. We have Audiomack, we have Spotify, we have Apple Music, we have Angami, we have like a whole lot. Burna Boy is winning on all pedals. And moving on, we saw Burna Boy earning 8 nominations in 7 categories at the 2023 Global Music Awards in South Africa. The nominations include Artist of the Year, Best Male Artist of the Year, Digital Artist of the Year, Best Collaboration, with the song Second Sermon Remix and Sungba Remix, Listener's Choice with the song Last Last, Song of the Year with the song Last Last, and the Most Popular Song of the Year with the song Last Last. Burna Boy really came through on this one. Hopefully, he backs more than 1, 2, 3 awards back to his apartment. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy coming out to giving us motivation quotes. And this time he said, it was just on the live session, and then he said, according to Burna Boy, in the year 2023, in the month of June, Burna Boy said, if you not make come for this life, no evidence say you try your best. So he's saying basically you have to make it. You have to make money, you have to make a living, you have to make life work for you because there are no evidence that you tried your best. Like you will just be explaining. And then he said you go explain tire because you keep explaining, I tried, it was this, the country was not working, and my parents were not rich, I had this, I had that. You keep on explaining. But then there are no evidence that you tried your best. People will still come out to tell you that you should have done better. You should have done better even though you did better, but then there are no evidence to it. So strive all you can, do all you can to make sure you achieve success, to make sure that you make it in this life. So you don't have to snooze, you don't have to sleep. Be on your feet, wake up in the morning, go get something so that you can have food on your table and at the same time you can be as successful in your head as you already planned to be. So Burna Boy is saying there are no evidence at all for no reason, for whatever reason, that you tried your best. As a matter of fact, your best might not even be enough. So from Burna Boy, biggest quote of the year for the year 2023 in the month of June. I'm repeating it again. If you no make come for this life, no evidence say you try your best. If you don't understand pidgin, I just said that in English initially. Moving on, we saw Wizkid as the next guy on the news. We saw where this is no more news that on the 29th of July, Wizkid is storming the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with the More Love Let's Go tour, and obviously he has been coming out to campaign saying you guys should go get your tickets because it's going to be history. Now, Wizkid is one person we know that is going to sell out that venue basically, but then you want to be a part of history, make sure you get that ticket for yourself. We saw where Wizkid was nominated for the best collaboration with Call Me Every Day at the 2023 BET Awards, and obviously that brings him to 9 nominations at the BET Awards. Talking about his career, so Wizkid has been nominated 9 times at the BET Award with the songs. For this category was with the songs of likes of Big Energy with Lato and Mariah Carey, Boys Alliance with Pink Panthers and Ice Spice, Come Every Day, obviously Chris Brown and Wizkid. Can't Stop, Would Stop, Can't Stop, Won't Stop King, which has Koda Black on it. Creeping with Metro Boomin, The Weekend and 21 Savage. FNF with Hot Kid and Glorilla. Tomorrow with Glorilla and Cardi B. Wizkid on this one. Hopefully, it backs this one home. But then, massive congrats to Wizkid on that one. So Wizkid came out to announce that very soon and very, very, very soon, I'm going to be dropping a new music. Because obviously for the tour coming up, people expect that there should be a new song that should lead us to the tour. But and I'm sure he has listened to his fans, and then they have said, "I am going to be dropping a new song coming very, very, very soon." So all my fans, FC guys out there, keep your fingers crossed because in no time we're going to be hearing something from Wizkid, biggest bread ever. Moving on, we saw where Wizkid Essence with Thames Baby has received an iHeart Radio Titanium Award for reaching 1 billion total audience spins across the iHeart radio stations, and at the same time became the first African song to win that particular award. Massive one to Wizkid. As a matter of fact, for the award, yeah, it's a massive one to get 1 billion, yeah. But then the facade of the award was amazing. Like, you need to see what the award looks like. Trust me, it was really deserving of all the accolades he got. So massive one to Wizkid and Thames on that one. Moving on, we saw Wizkid at the moment have surpassed 12 million monthly listeners. As a matter of fact, it stands like this: 12,140,260 million plus monthly listeners. Massive one to Wizkid for attaining that figure at the moment. We've seen artists do like numbers, but then Wizkid is actually one person that you will always tell yourself that he has the ability to even do more than this. And I'm sure in coming days, these figures are going to even double up or increase from this one. And moving on, we have Rema as the next guy on the news. So Rema getting his flag for his fourth platinum in Portugal after performing in Porto over the weekend. Massive one to Rema on that one. And for the Billboard Hot 100, Rema picked the number three, making him the highest. As a matter of fact, he has been the highest from like 6'5" thereabout. He has been the highest, doing good for himself. This is Rema breaking his own personal record, and in the coming days, people are expecting that this song might maybe get to number two, if not number one. But massive one to Rema and the entire team on down. Whatever it gets to after this point is a success. Whatsoever, even if you start coming down or you start going up, it's a success from Rema on this one. Moving on, we saw um, Billboard Song of the Summer. A lot of person never knew this existed, but now it exists. There's a Billboard. Um, there's a category called the Song of the Summer on the Billboard chart. Massive one to them. And on this one, Rema also picked the number three, and it became the first African song to ever appear on the USA Song of the Summer issue. The only verified African song of the summer in the USA. Massive one to Rema and the entire team on this one, especially Selena Gomez, massive one to her also on this particular project. We saw where Calm Down retained the number one position for the record 6th week in Canada. We saw for the Afrobeat chart in US, Rema has owned this one, spending 41 weeks at the top. Calm Down with Selena Gomez extends his record as the longest running number one African song in the history of the Billboard Afrobeat chart. Trust me, Rema is owning this one. Like, this is home. As a matter of fact, every other chart can come down, go up, come down, go up. But this particular chart is remaining constant, like constant K. And at the moment, there are no songs to contend with him. So basically, leave it for Rema. Maybe to the end of the year, you never can tell. But then, at the moment, Rema is doing massive one with that particular chart. We saw Rema come down, surpassing 800 million streams on Spotify with Selena Gomez on that one, and in no time, basically, this will surpass a billion because people are really streaming hard. A lot of countries are coming in and they are streaming really hard to this particular song. We saw Charm by Rema surpassing 20 million streams on Spotify, and obviously for the music video of Charm surpassing 8 million views on YouTube. We saw billboards coming out to explain, and then according to them, they said how the Rema and Selena Gomez Calm Down becomes Afrobeat's biggest crossover hit yet, basically. And then they had like an explanation. They said it is grown so gradually that you might not even have noticed how huge it's gotten. But Rema and Selena Gomez Calm Down has become the highest charting hit from an Afrobeat lead artist in the Billboard Hot 100 history. The song, which was first debuted on the Hot 100 back in September of last year, moves 5 to 3 on the chart, highest charting hit from an Afrobeat lead artist in the Billboard history, in the Billboard Hot 100 history. The song, which was first Okay, yeah, debuted on the Hot 100 in September last year, moves 5 to 3 on the charts, dated June 18 to hit a new peak on the charts in its 40th week. It is Rema's first entry on the chart and also Gomez's second highest peaking hit of her career, behind only her 2019 number one, Lose You to Love Me. So basically, this is Selena Gomez's second biggest song of her career, second biggest song. And then funny how that second biggest song came from an Afrobeat leader artist. Massive one to Rema, massive one to Selena Gomez. You know, it's something to have a good song, yeah. It's another thing to have the right person to come on that song. Rema got both correct on this particular project. We saw Rema actually back in the studio, then cooking something for us. Rema never is never tired. Like giving us an ultra project, also go back to the studio again. It just shows that Rema really never wants this boss to die. Like he wants to keep getting on the balls and dropping song on the balls, making sure that people are listening to his song every time and every day. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one, and trust me, I can't wait to catch you guys on the very next one. Stay safe, guys, and be careful.